are ready to go live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start today's show by announcing tomorrow's 2021 NFL Week 4 picks video. There'll be a link in the description of this video for those who want to watch that when it goes live, but it goes live tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, as always. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start this week's episode by looking at the stats or the NFL standings. And I think I talked about this last season when I said that I feel like you can kind of look at the standings and make more educated picks. I didn't necessarily do this and don't necessarily do this, but I got to say that you know when you look at the point differential here within these divisions, you can kind of see what's going on, and this some of these stats are really amazing. I mean, you look at the Baltimore Ravens; they're 2-1. They've had 82 points for and 85 against, so they're actually a -3 differential, but they've won 2 games in a row. So that's absolutely incredible. And then the Bengals, they have a plus 14 differential. So, but then look at the AFC South: -13, -9, -38, -24, and you see lost 2, lost 3, lost 3. So pretty interesting. But look at the Raiders here, or I should say, actually look at the Broncos, a plus 50 differential. So that is just absolutely incredible. And the Raiders, even through all their tight games and stuff, they got a plus 18 differential. So in Kansas City, another -3. A Kansas City Chiefs team with a negative points differential. That's just a crazy, crazy thing to think about. So then look at the Cowboys over here, plus 21. As an aside, while we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I was talking to my friend Jason on the phone yesterday, and we actually bet lunch that I said that the Cowboys would finish the season with 10 wins or more. He said 9 wins or less. So we have a lunch wager in place for that. And while I was talking to him on the phone, I also asked him about the whole, do you bet on the Browns? And he said no, not on a game-to-game basis, but he has placed wagers, and he's done a wager stack on the Browns winning the AFC Championship. So we'll see if he ends up winning, and if the Browns do end up representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. So let me go ahead and jump in then to the pick results from last week, and these are the 2021 NFL Week 3 pick results. 10 wins, 6 losses, and the Carolina Panthers started off on Thursday Night Football, and they won, and they actually covered, and Carolina was part of a 4-team parlay wager that I had going on. That wager did end up blowing out, and I lost, but it's all good because they won that game. Buffalo won, Cleveland won, Baltimore won. Baltimore was a leg of that 4-team parlay, but I think because they didn't cover in the spread, then I lost. So that was one of the wager blowouts. And then the Buccaneers losing to the Rams was another blowout for me. So, but anyway, 10-6, not bad, not great. It's okay. I do have to say, hoist the colors because the Raiders win. So, hoist the colors, baby. Hoist the colors because the Raiders win again, 3-0, and man, I'm just loving it. So it certainly does not hurt my feelings in the least to have the Raiders 3-0, but the real tough matchups are going to really start beginning now because I don't know how solid of a team the Ravens are, and the Raiders beat them. I don't know how solid of a team the Dolphins are, and the Raiders beat them. But AFC West play starts this weekend, so against the Chargers, so we'll see how they do. And see, Arizona. I'm happy for Arizona that they were able to go into Jacksonville and get that win. I sure was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. And the Cardinals will be playing an NFC West foe come this weekend, so the Cardinals need to get all the wins they can get, especially if they're playing teams that they should clearly, on paper, beat. Um, the Broncos, we already know they won. The Raiders won. The Bucks lost. The Seahawks lost. That kind of surprises me a little bit, but Minnesota seems to have the ability to score points. And for this weekend, NFC West begins for Seattle too, because they play San Francisco, so that's going to be an interesting game because these division rivalries always are. San Francisco loses on a last-second field goal to the Green Bay Packers. And then on Monday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys rolled to a win. And I thought that game probably would have been closer, but Dallas seems like they are on a mission, and I am no Dallas Cowboys apologist, but I will say that it certainly seems as though the Cowboys are for real this year, and only time will tell. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into stories. I saw this and thought this was interesting. New England Patriots lineman Justin Herron's selfless act that stopped an attack. This was from September 24th. Editors note the story contains descriptions of an attempted sexual assault. On a stunning Saturday morning in March, Justin Herron decides to go for a walk. Lifting or running is out of the question. His whole body is run down from the grueling off-season work he's doing at LeCharles Bentley's offensive line camp in Chandler, Arizona. But Herron is somebody who keeps moving, keeps grinding. He doesn't take many days off. A walk instead of a run is about the best he can do. Herron started 6 games for the New England Patriots last year after the Pats picked him in the 6th round last year following a solid career at Wake Forest. But he knows he'll be fighting for playing time again this year. He began the 2021 season as a swing guy on the line behind tackles Trent Brown and Isaiah Wynn, so he's determined to make the most out of every day of his offseason. On sore days, Callous Park near his home in Tempe is the perfect place for Herron. It's isolated enough. There's just the right amount of people to not feel alone, but still find solitude amongst the trees, sports fields, and the lake in the middle of the park. At 11 a.m. on this spectacular spring day of sun and mid-70s weather, Herron is winding down his walk when he hears yelling. He can't make out what the words are or where they are coming from, but he pulls out his earbuds and starts to scan the park. Eventually, he zeroes in on a man and woman about 75 yards from him. He's not sure exactly what he's seeing, but his eyes lock with the woman's. Herron pauses a long time and he tells this part of the story. There was a moment that I didn't really want to get into. He says there was just one moment when I realized how bad it was, but I don't want to talk about it. It's private. In that moment, he knows his walk is over. It's time to run. So I'm not going to go on reading this whole story. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. But just the fact that this guy stopped an attack is Bravo Zulu territory to me. So outstanding job, sir. I also wanted to take a moment to just talk about UFC 266. I thought it was absolutely outstanding. And if you guys did not get the pay-per-view and you have the UFC Fight Pass, then I highly recommend that you watch it when it goes live on there, because it was absolutely incredible. It was nice to see Nick Diaz back again, although I'm not sure how long he's going to be back, or if he's going to retire or what. I was a little disappointed, but honestly didn't know what to expect with his long layoff. So I hope to see Nick Diaz fight again real soon, or sometime within the next year. I hope he doesn't retire, but if he does, it would be totally understandable. And that's pretty much it. And Volkanovski and Ortega had a hell of a fight. and it was just a battle. So I highly recommend watching UFC 266 if you guys get the chance. Um, so this next story up was from the 24th of September. UFC star Jon Jones arrested on misdemeanor domestic violence charge in Las Vegas. UFC star Jon Jones was arrested Friday morning by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department just hours after a past fight of his was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Jones is being charged with misdemeanor battery, domestic violence, and injuring or tampering with a vehicle, a felony. Officer Larry Hadfield of the Las Vegas Metro PD told ESPN he is currently being held at Clark County Detention Center according to the online inmate records. His total bail is $8,000, but Jones is on a 12-hour hold per records. He is scheduled to have his first appearance in Las Vegas Justice Court on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. So this is already beyond the court date. The article goes on. Jones was arrested at 5:45 a.m. Friday at a resort near Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo Road, Hadfield said. It's hard to bring this guy to Las Vegas for any reason, UFC President Dana White said. The city is not good for Jon Jones, and here we are again. White added, it's not even shocking anymore when we bring him here. It's almost expected. We can't even get him to Las Vegas for less than 12 hours and induct him into the Hall of Fame. It's a problem. This guy's got a lot of demons, man. A lot of demons. End quote. Jones advisor Richard Schaefer told ESPN's Mike Coppinger, the facts are still developing. We really don't know yet the full story, so I'm not going to make any comment until I have a chance to talk to Jon and until we see how this plays out. Jones, 34, is regarded as perhaps the best UFC fighter of all time. He held the UFC light heavyweight title for the better part of 9 years and has never truly been beaten in the cage. His only career loss was via controversial disqualification, but the Albuquerque, New Mexico native has been in trouble several times outside of the octagon, including a felony hit-and-run arrest and 2 failed drug tests. Jones has been bulking up for a return at heavyweight, wanting to add that title to his collection. He told ESPN on Thursday night before the UFC Hall of Fame ceremony that he weighed 255 pounds and was looking to bulk up to 270 for his heavyweight debut. Jones' 2013 fight with Alexander Gustafsson was inducted into the Hall of Fame on Thursday night during a ceremony at Park MGM. So, all right, next story up. This was from September 25th, and this is a tragic story. Woman, 2-year-old son killed in fall at Petco Park ahead of San Diego Padres game. San Diego police are investigating the deaths of a woman and her 2-year-old son Saturday after they fell from the 3rd level of Petco Park, just as thousands of baseball fans were heading inside for a Padres game, the San Diego Union Tribune reported. The woman, 40, and boy were pronounced dead at 4:11 p.m., about 20 minutes after police were alerted to the incident, Lieutenant Andra Brown told the newspaper. The pair fell from the 3rd level concourse, the equivalent of 6 stories high, to the sidewalk below on Tony Gwynn Drive, Brown said. Their names were not released. Both lived in San Diego. The mother and child had been at a dining concession area on the concourse level before the fall, Lieutenant Adam T. Sharkey said. The child's father was at the ballpark when the deaths occurred, police reported. We are aware of the incident on Tony Gwynn Drive, and first responders are on scene, Padres Vice President of Communications Craig Huebner said in a statement. Due to the ongoing investigation, we are not able to comment further at this time. All media inquiries should be directed at SDPD. I tell you what, I got a feel for the guy, for the man, the husband, whatever, in this story, the child's father, because to lose, seemingly his girlfriend or wife, significant other, whatever, and his child in the same day, it must just be absolutely devastating. This was a story that I thought was pretty sad too. September 26th, Utah football player Aaron Lowe killed in Salt Lake City shooting. Utah football player Aaron Lowe was fatally shot early Sunday in Salt Lake City less than a year after teammate and friend Ty Jordan was killed in an accidental shooting. We are devastated to hear about the passing of Aaron Lowe, Utah coach Kyle Whittingham said in a statement. Our thoughts and prayers are with Aaron's family and friends, along with the other individual who was harmed in the tragic incident. Aaron was a great teammate, friend, brother, and son, and was loved by anyone who crossed paths with him. He will be deeply missed. Salt Lake police said Lowe, 21, died on the scene in a shooting at a house party in the city's Sugar House neighborhood. A second person, a woman who was not identified, also was shot and was in critical condition at a local hospital. Police said they first received a call at 10:30 p.m. Saturday about a noise complaint for the house party, and then received a second call at 12:20 a.m. Sunday about a fight involving a weapon. No arrests have been made. Aaron was a terrific young man, a leader on our football team, and a rock of resiliency and courage, Utah Athletic Director Mark Harlan said in a statement. We have been in communication with Aaron's family, and we are providing support to them as well as the student athletes, coaches, and staff in all of our athletic programs, and our focus will remain on them. All right, and this, I didn't even know something like this could happen. September 27th, 2021, San Francisco 49ers cornerback Josh Norman released from hospital after suffering lung bruise. I did not even know that your lungs could get bruised. I mean, good Lord. San Francisco 49ers cornerback Josh Norman is back with the team after spending the night in the hospital with a bruised lung suffered early in Sunday's game against the Green Bay Packers. Norman's injury happened early in the second quarter when he took a helmet to the chest. He spit up blood, and further examination revealed he had some fluid in his lungs, according to Coach Kyle Shanahan. Upon leaving the hospital, Norman returned to the team and took part in meetings Monday afternoon. Shanahan said Norman is considered day-to-day, and there's a chance he could play this week against the Seattle Seahawks, assuming he passes the necessary tests. So, man, I didn't know somebody could get bruised lungs. That's friggin' crazy. All right, let's see if Adam's watching or saying anything out here. Nope. Adam is not watching, apparently. So, all right, well, this is me reviewing comments, and there doesn't seem to be any here, and that's fine and dandy. Please don't forget to check out tomorrow's video when it goes live. Any support that you provide to that video and any video that I make is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for taking the time and spending some time with me on this Wednesday. I hope you are all doing well and healthy. So until I speak with you again live next Wednesday, please, please, please be good to yourselves and each other. And I will talk to you all next week. God bless.